Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So very excited because I have the brand new releases from Charlotte Tilbury. So I have the re-release of the Glowgasm Face Palette in Lovegasm. And then I also have the brand new shade of the Beauty Light Wand in Pinkgasm Sunset. And the two new jewel lips, or Pinkgasm jewel lips, everything's Pinkgasm. Pinkgasm jewel lips in the shade Pinkgasm and Pinkgasm Sunset. So excited to go ahead and try them all out today. Okay, so first of all, this release kind of was announced, I guess about a week or two ago, and I was planning on purchasing most of it. I do have the original, though this is a re-release, like as I mentioned. This came out 4 years ago. I actually was given one by a friend, and so I had it already, so I really wasn't planning on repurchasing it because I had it already and it was fairly new. It was given to me and it was new condition, even though it had probably a few years old, but it was brand new. So I wasn't planning on purchasing it, but then Charlotte Tilbury did send this to me in PR, so very happy to have it. I will say I did compare the two, and it seems to be the same shades and everything. The only difference that I really saw or felt was that the bronzer in this one seemed creamier. Now, that could be a formula change, or more likely than not, the other one is 4 years old, or is older, is a couple years old, because like I said, it did come out 4 years ago. I don't know how old it is. I probably could look it up with the serial number, but this bronzer is absolutely extremely creamy. So, but the shades match up, and I loved it. So now I have two. So I will probably gift the other one to a friend, but I was able to compare. There's really no point in doing a side-by-side comparison because they looked exactly the same. I will say this one felt a little different, but swatched it looked exactly the same. So that was the only thing. I think it was probably more that it was probably the older one is just dried out because it is several years old. But I love this palette, and so it's gorgeous. So this is the highlight, the multi-glow, this is the pop blush, and then this is the bronze. That's kind of the palette. I never did pick up the Nudegasm palette, which came out about a year and a half ago, and I regret it. Like, it sold out. That's the one I wish she had re-released. I never picked up this one. So I love this one, and I actually am wearing this on my eyes today. So this is what I'm wearing on my eyes. I went in just all over the lid with the bronze, or actually all over like the transition shade with the bronze. And then I went in with the multi-glow on the lid, put a little bit of this on the inner part, and then use the highlight in the inner corner and brow bone. So it is not only just a face palette, it's also a great eyeshadow. And you kind of love the way that my eyeshadow look today came out. So this is a great palette, I would say, for like vacation, because you could take this, use it for eyeshadow and blush, highlight, bronzer, everything. You pretty much have everything here. So really love this one. It is a $75, so it is $75, and I think it's only going to be available on charlottetilbury.com. I'm not sure if it's going to be available anywhere else. I think it's only going to be available charlottetilbury.com, and it is limited edition. So if you don't have it already, if you have it from the previous launch, unless you like used it, or you know, and you could use another one and you want another one, then yes. But if you have it and it's still good, then you don't need this one because it's the same. So that's the only thing I would say. But I love it. It's great. And, this relaunch kind of made me dig into the other one, and, definitely will be digging into this one. So I'm going to be trying this one on with the face at the end, but I wanted to talk about the other launches. I'm going to do those first, and then we'll finish up with this one. Okay, and the other launch is that she came out with a new shade of the Beauty Light Wand, and it is Pinkgasm Sunset. So this one I was very excited. This was kind of leaked. I had seen it on Instagram and very excited. Now it is called Pinkgasm Sunset, but I will say it's kind of got more, it's probably more sunset than pink, because it's definitely got like a corally shade. It's definitely a lot darker than Pinkgasm and it's a lot deeper, so it could be used for deeper skin tones, but it does blend out. So it blends out pretty well. I'm gonna try this on next, but or first, I want to compare it to a couple things. But one of the things I will say is I've been working on a Pinkgasm like dupe or comparisons. I have Shape Tape or the Shape Tape blush from Tarte. I have a bunch of different ones. There's no shade like this. I was trying to find any sort of shade that was like this. Looked at specifically the e.l.f. ones because I think the e.l.f. ones are probably the best dupe on the market. And they dry down really fast, so I think that these are still a better formula. But if you don't want to spend the $42 and spend the $9, these are probably the best ones there. But the shades are not comparable either. So this is a very unique shade. You're not going to find anything like this. At least I couldn't from anything that's on the market. So I think maybe with all the dupes that's going on with Pinkgasm, maybe Charlotte Tilbury was like, well, if I can't dupe myself, let's just come out with a new shade. And I am not that I don't like Pinkgasm. I like it, I wear it. Mine is on, I mean, it is almost empty. I need to get a new one. But it's not necessarily my favorite. I love it, but it's not my favorite because it's very light. So I'm really excited. I have not tried this. I've swatched it, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'm very excited. The other launch are these Pinkgasm Jewel Lips. So basically, these are it says a easy to apply dazzling diamond lip gloss. It's a lip gloss, but it's gorgeous. Now in the container, they look pretty intimidating. You've got this pink, this is Pinkgasm, and then this is Pinkgasm Sunset. So this one looks very, very intimidating. However, when I swatched it on my hand, they're both pretty sheer. This one has a little bit more color, but they're both pretty sheer. So we'll be trying these on. I just have a lip liner on, so I will be trying these as well. But let's go ahead and get started with the Beauty Light wand. Okay, so just like all the other Beauty Light wands, they have this little on and off, which I love. You can see I've already swatched it. So we'll do a quick little swatch here. Try not to use it as much as, because I have used my other one too much. But that is the swatch. So you definitely want to go in lighter handed. And as you can see, it's really not that pink per se. It is definitely more peach or I guess sunset-y than it is pink. So here is Pinkgasm, and we'll do that one right next to it. So, you know, it's this Pinkgasm, Pinkgasm Sunset. So definitely a difference. This one's deeper and it's got more coral. And then let's go ahead and also compare it to the Peachgasm because it's kind of like, I guess like a cousin. So let's put it on this side here, and that is going to be Peachgasm. Peachgasm is definitely lighter. And again, this one is I like a lot too. So definitely lighter. Yeah, so it's definitely a lot lighter, but that's it. Peachgasm, Pinkgasm Sunset, and Pinkgasm. Those are your comparisons with the swatches. Okay, and I'm only gonna swatch one of my kind of dupes, and this is the closest one. This is going to be from e.l.f. This is Berry Radiant, just to kind of give a comparison. So they're real, like I said, there's really no shade like it, but that is Berry Radiant. You can see definitely more berry, more pink than Pinkgasm Sunset. So like I said, there is no shade comparison to Pinkgasm Sunset. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to place Pinkgasm on this side, and then I'll go in with Pinkgasm Sunset on this side to do a little side-by-side comparison, just so you can kind of see the difference. I'm kind of curious to see the difference too. So I'm going to start with Pinkgasm, and I'm going to go in just like I normally would and do the two little dots, which is what I normally do. And then I'm going in with my BK Beauty brush. And the one thing I do love about the Beauty Light wands is they blend out so seamlessly. And that's the one thing about the dupes, is they do not, especially the e.l.f. It's a really pretty color, but you have to work really fast. They dry down, and if not, they're going to be very, very blotchy. So this is Pinkgasm, so you can kind of give a comparison, and we'll go right now. Let's okay, Pinkgasm, and we'll go now with the Pinkgasm Sunset. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with Pinkgasm Sunset on this side. I'm gonna do the 2 dots again, but I'm gonna go very light-handed because this is, like I said, very pigmented and a little darker than the the regular Pinkgasm. I can always go in and, you know, add more, but it's harder to take away than it is to add. So here, I do have a little streak there, but I think that's more user error. But let's blend that out. And I'm probably gonna add a little more, but I'm gonna add it on my hand and then go in with the blush and go in with the brush there. So let's do that. Get it on the brush here and add it. So this is I really like this color. I really like this color a lot. I tend to, like I said, the Pinkgasm's not necessarily my favorite. I like it. I love the blush ones. I love particularly Pillow Talk is my favorite, which is sold out. But this is really pretty. So there we have it. So that is Pinkgasm Sunset. So here's a side-by-side comparison. You have Pinkgasm Sunset on this side. You've got Pinkgasm on this side. So once they're on, and I'll have to look, you know, to compare once I see it because I'm looking on my mirror, and you know, tiny mirror and the little camera. But I don't know. I don't know which one I like more. I think I like the Pinkgasm Sunset more. I don't know. I think I like the new one more. Okay, so once again, this is Pinkgasm Sunset on this side, and on this side is the original Pinkgasm. So you let me know in the comments below which one you like more. I took a look, got up, took a look in my regular mirror, and I think I like the Sunset more. I tend to like warm colors anyway, so it's not as surprising that I like this one more, but I think they're pretty close. You know, so I think it's like definitely, what I read online is like it's a deeper rose, radiant rose color is what the description is. So before I go and wash this off to do the palette, let's try one of the Jewel Lips. So online, the Jewel Lips says it's a hydrating plump effect lip gloss in pearlescent pink for love glazed lips with a dazzling diamond finish. And then that is the Pinkgasm description. And then this is the Pinkgasm Sunset, and it says a rose pink for love glazed lips. So, you know, it doesn't seem to have any scent or any sort of like, so I haven't tried it, but I don't think it has like any of that like lip injection type stinging feeling to give it you know, a plumping effect. I think it's just because of the gloss. So I'm gonna try the Pinkgasm Sunset. Since I'm wearing this one on this side, I'm going to try the Pinkgasm Sunset right now, and then we'll try the other one when I do the face palette. So right now I'm just wearing a very neutral lip liner all over the lips, and then just gonna go in with this. And this one has a little bit of a pink ting, and yeah, it doesn't, I don't think it has any, yeah, it doesn't have any stinging feeling and no scent. I mean, not really. And let's just put the rest on. So it does actually add a little bit of color, you know, not a lot. I'll do a little swatch on my hand, and we'll do this and kind of see here. So it's got, you know, a little bit of color, which you can probably see on my lips, but it's not, this I think looks very intimidating. So I do really like it. So here is, this side is going to be the Pinkgasm Sunset side with both the cheek and the lip gloss. Okay, so I have taken that off my cheeks, taken off the lipstick. So let's go ahead and do, since we just did the Jewel Lips, let me go ahead and go in with the Pinkgasm shade. Again, I just lined my lips with a, you know, neutral lip liner, and you'll see on this one's pretty clear, so it's more about just the gloss. And these run $32. So there is, and you can see this one has a lot less color to it. It has like a little tiny light pink, but not as much as the other one. So I like both. I don't know I don't know if I would have purchased both if I had not been gifted. I probably would have purchased one. I probably would have purchased this one because the pink would have intimidated me. But having tried them, I think the one, if you're going to buy only one, I think this one is probably the better one. This one just has a little bit more color, but I do really like this. Now, $32 is pretty pricey for a lip gloss. So I don't want to say it's not worth $32, but I would say wait for a sale. Or I have a 15% promo code, so you can use my 15% promo code. It's right here. So if you ever want to use it for your first order, you can save 15%. But I do like these a lot, but $32 is pretty expensive. However, it does give a really nice gloss and shiny, and it's very, I would say it's very comfortable. It's a very comfortable, it doesn't feel too sticky. I don't know about longevity yet, so, but I do really like it. So there you go. Okay, so now let's get into the palette, and the palette looks exactly like it did before. So here is the cover. Go inside. As you can see, I've already dug into it. Now I do have a little short that I did that just swatching this, you know, when I first got it, so that you can see it kind of open, you know, clear without, before I swatched it. But this is the new one. It is the fresh one. So what I'm gonna do, like I said I did go ahead and put this on my eye, which I really liked. I'm gonna start with the bronzer, and I'm gonna use the bronzer just kind of all over like I would, you know, any other bronzer. And just kind of go in, and now this is like a buildable formula. I have used this one in the other palette, the one that I have before. It's really pretty, but it is buildable. Like it's not extremely pigmented, but with that said, it does go on and it does give you a beautiful bronze look. It just, you have to build it up. So this seems to be the same. Like I said, this one is a little bit, does seem to be a little bit creamier and not as dry as the other one that I have, probably because it is newer, but it seems to be going on pretty much the same. Okay, so there is the bronzer. I think it's a beautiful bronzer, really pretty color. Would I say it's my favorite? No, but I love it in the palette because it's very convenient. And again, I'm pretty much just wearing this, the lip gloss, and a lip liner. That's pretty, and obviously mascara, but I'm not wearing an eyeliner. I use this on my eyes. So that is the bronzer. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do each of these on each cheek. So this is the multi-glow, this is the pop blush. So I'm gonna try and put them on each cheek just so you can kind of see how they look as individual blushes. Now, obviously, if you are a deeper skin tone, this one's probably going to be, the pop blush may not work for you, but for me it does. So I'm going to start with the pop blush and just use it as a blush and show you how it looks. So here we go. So we're gonna go in on this cheek and just apply it there. Okay, so that is the pop blush of the Lovegasm palette. So obviously this is the lighter shade of the two. Did have to build it up a little bit, but it's really pretty, gorgeous, gorgeous shade, and I really like it. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with the multi-glow on the other cheek. Now this one is a lot more pigmented, so I'm gonna try and go light-handed and see. And this one is obviously pretty glow. This could be more of a highlighter too if you're deeper skin tone. So, you know, usually what I do is, honestly, I combine the two, to be honest. But I'm going to just go in like so. But okay, so there you have it. This is the multi-glow, the top shade. And then this is the pop blush, which is the bottom shade. So those are the two sides. You know, they both look beautiful. You know, again, it's one of those things when I watch it back on camera, I'll be able to kind of see like if I liked it or not. From what I can see and looking, I like it. So let me just kind of do a side-by-side comparison of the two. So this is the multi-glow, and then this one right here is the pop blush. So that's the difference between the two, just in swatches. So as you can see, the multi-glow is definitely a deeper shade, and it goes really well with the Pinkgasm Sunset. Like, it really does go really, really well. But those are the two blushes. And then finally, I'm just gonna go in with the highlight and just do a little bit of highlighting. Now, I do have it on my brow bone already and in the inner corner. And this is a beautiful highlight. I really do like this one a lot. So just gonna go here, and it goes on really, really well, and you know, really, really pretty. Okay, so there is my full face using the brand new the re-released Lovegasm palette. So both my eyes, on my face. I think this is great. Like, if I'm going on a quick trip, or you need to, this is like perfect. Or if I need to do my makeup on the go, this I think is perfect. So here are some swatches that I did of just the palette, so you can kind of see all the swatches. And then I wanted to do some swatch comparisons of some other palettes. So I did some swatch comparisons of the highlights. So this one right here, this first one, is actually from the NARS Foreplay, I guess, Orgasm Foreplay palette. And the reason why I swatched this one is because it is the closest to this highlight. So this highlight is the one in the Lovegasm. This is the one in the NARS. So it's very, very similar. I love that NARS Foreplay palette. I absolutely love it. So not surprised that the highlights are so similar. This one right here is the Pillow Talk palette from Christmas. This is the fair medium, and then this is the medium dark. So they actually have different tones, and they're almost like lighter. So that's Swatch, but this is the fair medium. This is the medium medium deep. So from the Pillow Talk palette, but you can see, but the most comparable one is the one from the NARS. Okay, next I wanted to compare the blushes. So first up, we have the Multi Glow from the palette. So we're gonna start with these two shades, the Multi Glow and the Pop Blush. So this one right here is the Multi Glow. This is the Pop Blush. Then we went in with the Pillow Talk Fair Medium, Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette. This is the Multi Glow in that palette. This is the fair medium. So you can see here, this Multi Glow is significantly lighter than the Multi Glow in the Lovegasm palette. Now this is the Multi Glow in the medium deep palette. And this one right here, the fourth one. And it is, again, still significantly lighter. It's almost comparable to the Pop Blush than it is to the Multi Glow. So the Multi Glows are very different. It's kind of similar to the Pop Blush, but still different shade. And then I just wanted to compare the three in the NARS Foreplay since I have it here. They're different. They're different shades. They're similar in tone, but they're different shades. This is Orgasm, this is Orgasm X, and then this is Orgasm Rush. So those are the three in the NARS, but those are the Charlotte Tilbury. So I would say if you have either of these two palettes, it's different enough. Plus in the Lovegasm, you're going to get a bronzer, which for me makes this one a better deal. Now I know the medium deep one is still available, but the fair medium is sold out, and it was limited edition, so I believe it's gone. But I still think that the Lovegasm is better. Anything with a bronzer to me makes it a better value. This one has, like, you know, two blushes, and I didn't compare the matte blushes because they're matte. I personally like having, you know, the bronzer than having the, you know, these shades. So I love these palettes, you know, don't regret having them. Obviously I've kept them, but I think that the Lovegasm is a better deal. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up. Let's start with the palette first. So there it is. Here is the palette. Is it a must buy? No. $75 is pretty expensive, but one of the things I do like about this is how versatile it is. Like I said, I'm wearing this as eyeshadow, as bronzer, as highlight, as blush, as everything, and very, very versatile. So I think this is a really great palette, but it's definitely not a must buy. And if you have it from before, you definitely don't need it now. So I would say that. I wish I had Nudegasm to compare it to, but I don't. I never did purchase it, so I don't have it to compare it to. I'm sure someone will be posting a video and comparing the two. But I will say, if you have either of the Pillow Talk beautifying face palettes, there's enough of a difference. There's not a big, you know, duping. They're different. However, if you have this from before, don't buy it again. As long as it's in good condition and it's, you know, you feel like it's, you know, it's probably expired, but it's a powder product. So I don't know. As long as it's not, you're not getting any infections from it, you're probably good. You don't need this one. But if you're like me and you missed the first one, then I'm happy to have it. Now, I have it, but again, I got it from a friend who gave it to me, who had it in their collection and had never used it. So I like it. I love it, but I also don't think it's a must. The lip glosses I think are beautiful. I think they're stunning. I think they're great. $32 is expensive, but again, I love Charlotte Tilbury, so I would pay it. But again, no, very, very comfortable. I've been talking here and I've been doing other things in between. They've lasted. I have not reapplied. So I'm curious to see the longevity. If you're gonna pick up one shade, pick up the Pinkgasm Sunset. And I would also say is maybe wait for one of her sales, or if there's like a bundle with one of these, then I would say that. My favorite thing is gonna be the new shade of Pinkgasm Sunset. I think this is gorgeous. I think this was needed. I think this is like a deeper color. I absolutely love it. So when I went back and I saw my face, I just really, really like this. I always liked Pinkgasm, but I didn't love it. This one I love. So if you're going to get anything, I would get the new Beauty Light wand. They do have some, deals on the website where if you buy, this and the contour, you buy sets, you can get a little bit off. Plus, like I said, I do have the 15% code, Shannon FA012. It'll be linked below. And I also have an affiliate link. The affiliate link, I do get a portion of the sale if you use that. So, but it does help my channel. And it's one of the reasons why they send me, PR and I can do these videos. So, though I probably would have purchased most of these products anyway. So, but that is it. If you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. I have heard rumors that they are coming out with a matte lip product in July. So, or late June, maybe it's July. I'm not sure, but it's going to be in the summer. That's the rumor that I've heard. So I'm really looking forward to that because I love a good matte lip. And, Charlotte's will be coming out with a matte lipstick for me is fantastic. But with that, I'll say bye, everyone.